in terms of business logic of the Pac-Man game, we're almost there. Right now we only miss how to randomly walk the ghosts through the map. But before we get to that, let's go back to the user interface, because I feel we are ready to implement the main loop of the game, which is we get a key from the user, we move the Pac-Man, we repeat this until the game is over. So let's do this, because we can now have more feeling of the game. The ghosts will be a bit stupid, they won't move, but that is fine. Step by step, remember? So the main loop, I'm going to even put in a different file. I'm going to call it program.py. So how is this going to work? So we're going to first get a key from the user. So let's start like this. We get a key from the user. I'm going to call the input function. We have the key. We print the map. Right, so maybe we should even start by printing the map, actually, because that should be the first thing we do. So we print the map, right? We get the key from the user. Then we call the play function. We pass the map and the key. I'm doing all the imports, right? Control Enter, and that is how PyCharm is writing those things. The play function returns three things. Right? Do you remember those three things? So let's see again in the documentation. If a valid key, so let's call it valid key. The second one is the Pac-Man is alive. And the third one is if the Pac-Man won the game. Something like this, right? Great. So we print the map, we get the key, we call play. That looks good. And what else do we need to do? Do this in a loop. We need to repeat this, right? And how do we repeat this? Let me think of an easy way to do this. Let's create a variable called game finished. Okay, and I'm going to put it to false. And while the game is not finished, we do this. Right, so it starts with false, so this means the game is not finished in the first iteration of the loop. So it prints the map, it gets a key, it calls the play function that does all the magic, and then it repeats. Right, so let's actually see if this works. Oops, just a second, it printed all the stuff we had in the pacman.py. So we don't want this, right? This was just some tests for us. Let's try to run this again and see what happens. Oh yeah, of course. What is a map? What's a map? There's no map here. So let's do like this. So this map, like the real map of the game, it is now, it doesn't belong to here anymore. It belongs to here. Right? So the pacman.py only contains the abstract functions that handle the Pac-Man game. But the concrete map we're going to play now belongs to the program.py, where the main loop is. So later you can just change this to whatever map you want. So let's run again. Oh, it seems to work. So it printed one map. The Pac-Man is here, so this means if I press A, enter, the Pac-Man goes left. Yeah, that works. Great. So if I press left again, one more to the left. If I go up, it goes up. Very good. If I go right, then I got a pill. I go right again, I got another pill. Theoretically in here I should win the game. I didn't win it yet. I can go right again. Right again. If I go up, I cannot go up, but I should die, right? Because I touched the ghost. That looks very nice, right? The first loop of our game, it works. It now just needs to stop when something goes wrong. And my Mac is complaining, my disk is almost full. This means maybe it's time for me to finish this video and we continue in the next one.